Welcome back to Kuni 2. So yeah, now we finally got ourselves a ship. First, let's check out...
we can finally go to Hydropolis.
We could. However, let's check out some more side quests.
Of course.
Oh boy, this is gonna go as well as Silent Hills' development, isn't it?
Alright, I'll be this guy. You know, I felt so sorry after the coup and everything. I mean, it must have been awful.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry, it's Crispin. For a moment there I thought it was someone else. Never mind, it's just Crispin. But now I hear that you've set up a whole new kingdom. I'm ever so happy for you. I wish you every success. I really do.
Very well, would you like to join? Thank you very much. You're welcome to come and live there too if you like.
Wink, wink.
Just don't you dare touch my lovely prawn crackers. That's my favorite.
You know, I've really come to like here on Capstan-Upon-Hall.
Oh, I see.
Though there is one thing that's not ideal. People around here, they don't seem to be very interested in shoes. Basically, he's a shoemaker, in case you forgot.
That's none of your bloody business.
They all seem to prefer sandals, actually. Well, remember, Dwebs, they live right near the beach. Obviously, they use sandals all the time instead of shoes. And since he's a shoemaker...
I mean, I understand that, but considering they're operating with woods and everything, isn't that risk of splinters more?
Yeah, that really is.
Shoes could be more effective, I guess, but well,
I mean,
I'm guessing, though, since it's a port town, shoemaking is not as profitable because you need actual leather. Anyway, what we need to do? Oh, we need to show him some boots, I guess.
Oh look, yes, we'll help you, oh dear cobbler.
Basically, I've already have all 25 different types of armor and accessories developed, so I can just get him immediately.
Basically, we're proving to him that the kingdom has fertile ground for his activity.
Exactly. Sorry, go ahead, Jova. Sorry.
Okay, guys, we found the cobbler. Now where's the fee?
Sorry, Jova. That's in the previous game.
Yes, Wayne was in the previous game. Come to think of it, there aren't many thieves so far, I think.
No, in this game... Well, remember, this game doesn't really have classes, it's just,
Well, no, what I mean, even like bandits on the road, not very...
Well, we have the Sky Pirates, so...
Yeah, you're right, my bad.
What is it? What is it?
Lofty, why aren't you behind me?
The world went blank and the guy vanished.
Hey, yep. You're that
weird.
little cat king, eh? Rumor has it that taking a trip around the world. Now, I don't want to think I'm copying you or what, but it's made me decide to hop on board and bring me a new boat and set out on a little voyage of me own.
So you are copying us, then?
That sounds wonderful. We'll probably bump into each other on our travels.
Aye, happen we might. There's a whole new life waiting for me on the other side of the ocean, I'm sure of it. Just spot a Rowan and I'll find me dream kingdom.
Or die trying.
Hang about, man. Rowan, now listen, you know your seafaring vessels better than me, but are you sure your rowing boat's gonna cut the intercontinental mustard?
one rowing at a time.
Oh, I'll be right, don't worry. I've plenty of brawn to see me through. Not as much as Kratos, but should be fine. If the worst comes to the worst, the old girl...
I'm not sure we can Moana our ways through this, guys.
It'd be embarrassing though, eh? Imagine how folk could laugh if me boat sank. What with me being a shipwright and all.
To be fair, the people who made the Titanic were shipwrights, and I don't think people were laughing about that.
You're joking, right? At this rate, you're gonna have less success than the Welsh football team.
You mean the one that you purposely pumped up in FIFA 17, Dweebs?
They would have sucked anyway.
Them's fighting.
That's not a bad idea, is it? Tell you what, I have a few down on my favorite beach before I set up properly. It's not too far from here, and there's a red good view. It's cracking the sea from there and all.
They peak in one tournament and then they're right back to where they started.
Honestly, Jova, anything that people are passionate about will bring either the best or the worst from people. That's just how humanity works. Anyway,
even Yu-Gi-Oh card dueling.
Bye, I guess.
I love these expression. Crack in the sea, eh? Suppose it means they're big wallfly bits, innit? Never a bad place to start an adventure.
Waterfally.
So, Lofty, you want to take bets on how long they'll survive?
Fair enough.
You mean
it's
him?
Nice to hear that our adventures are inspiring others to go and see the world, isn't it? I'll bet you probably last about 2 days.
I'm willing to bet 5 days until disaster strikes. Yes, it is. And you didn't think the beats he mentioned sounded lovely. I almost think it would be a shame not to go and see it for ourselves. Wink, wink, side quest, hint, hint.
So you're going to invade the beach?
Whoop. Transition.
Yeah, eventually.
Hey everybody, Evan's a beach invader!
I was gonna say, I kind of love it when games do the dynamic transition like that instead of fading to black.
Well, that's kind of become kind of somewhat of a standard nowadays with games.
Thanks to less loading times and all, yeah.
That's something that From Software needs to get around to as well, since they haven't done that yet. Anyway.
Oh yeah, we got the president who deserted. We got what's her name and her daddy.
Actually, to be fair, the president didn't desert. He got teleported by a nuclear explosion.
And then he decided, you know what, fuck all of that, I'm gonna stay right here.
I mean, that's your traditional isekai story when you get down to it.
To be fair, it's not like he knows how to get back home from a nuclear explosion.
Truth be told, if he started behaving like Marsh Radyuju, it would be much more annoying, believe me.
You know what it's like, Evan?
What?
It'd be like it's like the ending of that film Failsafe, but the president got caught up in it too.
I actually have no idea what you're talking
basically,
about.
Failsafe is a movie that basically shows what happens if Russia and the United States accidentally fired nukes at each other.
Oh, I can only expect that goes about.
Hold on.
All aboard! Looks like it. Tidy. All right, time to set sail for seas unknown. Hoist the rudder, swap the mainsail. We're off.
Okay, so here's the basics of boats. You can access your ship via the field map, and once aboard, you'll be able to sail the seas whenever you please, and even the odd river or two. To disembark, simply approach the coast and press A, or X if you're playing on the PlayStation 4. However, please be aware that you won't be able to do so near cliffs or certain other obstacles, obviously. So basically, it works pretty much like every typical JRPG boat. That's exactly what you'd expect.
Just saying that we're eventually going to ditch this boat for when we inevitably get the best mode of travel, i.e. the air travel.
Much like the...
I'm bloody Christ, I get seasick.
I guess it's pretty much similar to the one in the ship in the first game.
Yeah, basically too. Just like with the ship.
It's like the basic structure of a lot of these kinds of JRPGs. It's like, well, first you get your land travel, then you get your sea travel.
I was talking about the controls of the ship, but yeah.
It is, yeah, the boat controls exactly like in the first game. And much like in the first game as well, the boat always magically teleports to whatever shore is closest to you when you go into the world map, so you don't have to, because remember, back in the old days, we had to actually go to where we last left the boat. So it was...
Yeah.
As you can clearly see, this is the world's second fastest ship.
What's the first fastest?
The Black Pearl, of course.
But the Black Pearl keeps getting destroyed, man.
So does the Enterprise. It's pretty much a tradition.
What,
the Black Pearl keeps getting stolen, not so much destroyed. Heck, even when it got sunk, it still came back from that.
But one got blown up, the other crashed.
Well, that's the Enterprise.
Also, nice theme for the ship.
The Enterprise is just something that Hollywood loves to blow up a lot for some reason.
So it's like the Golden Gate Bridge then?
But don't you see, it allowed for that comedic line about Captain Kirk wanting his old chair back in Star Trek The Final Frontier.
Yes.
Yeah, I miss my old chair.
Isn't that movie a treasure?
Hidey hole.
Yes, we found a hidey hole. Let's see what's in it.
Oh, the hidey hole. I hope this isn't the one where I keep my secret stash.
Oh, it's a Eagle dispatch, I think.
Your leak stash?
No, he's remember, Shira, he's a fairy, so maybe he has a stash of fairy dust.
What you got? Give me what I like, and I will like you quite a lot.
Yo.
Hey, I know what's talking about the cloth ain't in the proper rough and ready stuff you got up in it.
Hell yeah.
So, fabric then.
Yeah, Tani's like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Well, actually, Shira, remember, you're supposed to use your normal voice on her, because she's supposed to be sassy. not your Lola voice, because Tani's not supposed to be like Lola. She's supposed to be sassy and.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I wouldn't say that that's her Lola voice. That sounds more like something in between her usual voice and her Lola voice.
So is this the right one? Yeah. Okay. Oh, and actually it wasn't.
Let's see.
Cookery.
Basically, here's what you do. If you're shit at interpreting verbal riddles, just keep picking every option until you get the one right. If you don't get any right, that's because you don't have the item yet. There you go. Inside the stone comes flying out. Member the Meanderer.
I thought I said the Meanderer for a second.
I think he has horns.
Well, a lot of them have horns too.
Can I read this one?
Go ahead.
This windy fellow is believed to be able to whip up storms at sea whenever he wants. Fortunately, he's very gentle and
Sorry, I didn't count for you to want to read it, so.
No, I was looking at the model. I'm not sure if it looked properly horns or maybe the eyebrow, big eyebrows or something.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so nothing on the hidey hole. Let's see if we can find it.
Okay, so they didn't discover my secret stash of jelly beans.
Basically, if you're trying to explore for this side quest, be careful because those dragons are high level. So be careful.
Well, of course, I mean, I don't think I've ever met a
Well,
dragon
actually, Jova,
that's not incredibly high level.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. That's the thing, Jova. A lot of JRPGs, modern ones, I mean, ever since the PS2, after the PS2 era, kind of in an attempt to make them more newcomer friendly, they stopped having the ability for level 50 enemies to show up right at the beginning of the game. But this game,
the high level mobs.
Yeah, but this game is clearly aiming for the older crowd, so it brought that back as a little throwback.
Although, like, they don't really ambush you. If you want, you can avoid them pretty easily. I think.
True, too. But if they see you, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah,
just run away from them.
I can imagine the dragons are not that agile, I guess, in chasing you.
You'd be surprised. Basically, if you see a monster, it basically works like this: if the monster's level and name is red, run away. You're not.
Red's bad.
Red's bad. Blue's good. Color coded for your convenience.
That's no good.
Sorry, Jova.
You see, Jova, Knack is useful for something.
Huh.
Evan, are you quite sure it's safe to be taking mysterious potions?
So Jova, as a lover of the color red, would you say people are misrepresenting and always portraying the red color as evil or something like that?
Not really. I mean, hey, I got to enjoy a whole anime
Red
of
means,
where
in
red
the
was
language
the
of
good
colors,
guy.
also red means a lot of things. Passion, fire, that too leaves, but I mean, it was getting to other things,
It can also
spiritual
mean
adventure
good.
and stuff like that.
It can also mean good too. Like sometimes red is the good guy counterpart to blue, which can be seen as cold and deadly.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
the
Red is
counterpart
more
to purple.
energy, determination, and stuff like that.
This
For
particular
example,
area
in
that.
Transformers, the Autobots logo is red and the Decepticons logo is purple.
True.
Oh Jesus, that's a giant whirlpool.
Yes, that's for later. Okay, so that area that I just went in to activate the
Trapdoor.
The trapdoor is because that's one of the more common places that you'll go to whenever you're doing side quests. So it's a good idea to get that trapdoor immediately up so you can travel there.
I ain't risking my neck saying into that mess.
What's the worst that could happen? At worst, we'll be well done.
The ship would be crumbled into pieces, man, and us with it.
Where the heck is this Hydropolis anyway? Are we even there?
You also,
There
you also notice that even in the water, we still have the shiny spots with materials.
Not to worry about that, Evan. I've got Google Maps right here to help us.
I'm guessing they're themed, like they give you something like tape.
Yes, they're marine themed materials. They mostly spawn in the water.
Like a shell. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh crap, Evan.
What? How are these?
I've been
Maps in date?
I've been trying to use Google Maps, but there's no Wi-Fi connection.
You're probably wondering what is that. You're probably wondering why there's a big crack in the ocean. Well, we're going to explain that later. The story is actually going to explain that later. So.
Watch where you bloody turn.
Okay, so let's try our best not to be seen by the dragons.
Nothing to see here.
That's easy.
It's alright, nobody here but us dragons.
Basically,
I'm a dragon.
basically, make sure they don't see. Make sure they're looking. Make sure they're looking sideways, or they're from their backs to you, so that they don't see you.
Threshing wand of wilt.
I don't suppose they see us.
Yeah,
even
now
though
it's
we're
kind of
really
a
wrong.
problem.
Well, right now they can't, Joe, because we're on a higher ground. See, unlike in Revenge of the Sith, Jova, higher ground is useful here. So.
Wait, hold on. But the high ground was.
Well, actually, no. Well, actually, yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Never mind, I'm mixing
It's
up
power
things.
sensing.
Like in Revenge of the Sith, the higher ground is useful.
Never mind.
So basically what George Lucas is saying is that we should always stay on high ground in case one of our enemies is trying to kill us.
There you go. Tiller, I have a question. How the hell did you even survive being right here in an island with two level 50 dragons?
Fucking dragons, yeah.
Maybe they're friendly.
I just said it to
Dragons are
Jeremy,
the catch, you
did
see.
you? There's a good lad. I wouldn't have wanted you to miss out on this.
You're right. It's beautiful. Never mind the two ferocious dragons here.
And this is only the
They're
beginning.
pretty too.
Now that I've proven that there's nothing wrong with me boat, the world's me oyster.
You're gonna die, aren't you?
No, don't worry, Tail.
Very excited for you, Tilla. Have you ever decided on where to go next?
Aye, lad. As a matter of fact, I have. There's a little island near Hydropolis that I've always wanted to visit.
Oh, we're headed towards Hydropolis.
From what I hear, it's perfect place for a bloke like me. Good fishing and a nice beach to lounge on and all.
So you're going to Anglesey then?
That sounds wonderful. I'm sure you'd enjoy living in a place like that.
Well, yeah, I like being alive. Aye, well, maybe I'll see you there, eh? Ta-da for now.
Tara.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Alright, now let's get the fuck out of here before they see us.
In some parts of the UK, Tra's a
Is-
purple
is-
goodbye.
Oh, okay. Well, no. I thought it was pronounced differently, like
It
literally
depends.
T-R-A instead of Tara.
Right. It depends. Where I live, we just go Tra.
Well, I guess it simplifies it. Also, these kind of islands look like, the coral barrier just, emerged.
Pretty much.
A rift.
A reef.
Considering the amount of treasure we always be seeming to find, it has a lot of really bad implications.
Hey, bygone, talk about the side for sunrise. Dwebs, again, like I said in the previous part, JRPGs are full of treasure chests all over the world. Nobody knows how they got there or who put them there. But
I
they're
think
there.
the real question is, when did monsters start opening a bank account that allows them to have wallets worth of money on their hides after we kill them?
To quote Legendary Frog, yes, I know. I have no idea why these random animals are carrying 148 gil in the magical fire ring. It will forever be a mystery.
So we're committing robbery and murder then.
Well, it's okay, Dwebs. They're monsters. They don't possess any kind of souls. So
Yes.
we're fine.
Unless... no.
This is not a Yoko Taro game, so no. Don't even try to
Well,
don't even
okay,
try to go there.
okay. To be fair, even the Colossi didn't technically have souls. They were more so automatons.
True. Tired me?
It was
By
very
heck, I'm
sad
full of
when we
beans.
found them, but
Full of beans.
Full of. It means like he's not tired at all. He's
No,
like he's full of
I know,
energy.
I know, it's very colorful as an
you don't
expression.
seem full of beans. In fact, you seem positively unwell.
If I remember correctly, it's a British expression.
Well, I can imagine.
Dang, Lofty, I think he may have lasted even less time than either of us bet.
Well, I'll be honest with you. And the rope from Capstan took it right out of me. My arms felt like they were gonna fall off by the time I got here.
Maybe taking a rowboat wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, why not even a simple veil,
And this island, it's lovely and all, but, well, it's a bit sunnier than I was expecting. A lot, in fact. Oh, who am I kidding? It's flippin' boiling. I don't think I can live here.
Don't need a reminder.
Wow, he really is
Well, thank
British.
you very much.
I see. Well, in that case, the best thing is probably for you to head home. You wouldn't want to travel any further if you're not at your best.
Oh, to Castle, you mean? No, I shouldn't be doing that. I've told all my pals that I want to explore the world and find me dream kingdom. If I go back now, I'll be a laughing stock. What could my dream kingdom be? I wonder.
Gee, I wonder.
No, I got to push on. It's the only way. I mean, you understand. A bloke can go back on his word and not look like a right plonker, can't he? Can he?
I've seen the movie North. I think I know where this is going. I suppose so. Where are you planning on going next?
So it's gonna end in a bad team.
Well, I was hoping to find somewhere with not too much sun, but where it's not too cold
Let's not
either.
forget the moral dibs.
And not being in shelter, so if I could find a cave or summit, that would be ideal.
There's no place like home.
Maybe Dwebs, that's the thing. This entire game is an hallucination dream that Roland is having while being buried under the
remember, Teo.
explosion.
Well, remember, Teo, when Ni no Kuni 1 first came out back in 2014, a lot of people were theorizing that Oliver was imagining the whole thing, possibly. They were imagining that was possibly going to be a twist. They're going to pull some kind of a Bridge to Terabithia kind of thing.
You see what
Thank
Prince of
goodness they
Terabithia has
didn't
done
try.
to society?
Okay, let's continue. Alright, so now he's there. So, unfortunately, we haven't gotten to that point yet, so we're going to have to save that for later. So, let's get back to other matters.
Like the actual task at hand.
Sorry,
no.
I'm afraid not.
Well,
Somehow I knew you were going to say that.
basically, Java, we're 20 minutes into the part, so not really good to start a whole new story main chapter. So let's go back to the kingdom and see what's there that can be done.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time we've done that.
True, but
Evan, I actually got. Speaking of that, I have a little message for you.
What?
You've got a whole bunch of mail you haven't opened yet.
I know, we've been away on business
In fact,
for
let's-
so long.
in
I'll
fact-
need you to sort through and open them, Nofty.
in fact, let's see what our.
I'm not opening all the bloody pages.
Yes,
In fact, let's see what
Oh.
our. Oh, hold on. So, in fact, let's see what our
Back to my
party.
sunlit throne.
Let's see what our party members are going for.
Evan, this is kind of an awkward question, but you can swim, right? I know cats aren't the biggest fan of water.
It's okay. It's okay, Roland. He's half human, so he should be fine.
He's not getting an
Righto,
answer.
Hydropolis, here we come. I've heard it's a proper massive kingdom, so let's have a good poke around and see what we can see.
Poor Roland, he may never know.
Well, he's half human. Well, he's mostly human, so he should be fine.
Well, yeah, it's pretty.
Well, yeah, just
no,
because
I
he's seen
just.
the-
Hold on. That's one. Go ahead, Shira. Go ahead.
Actually, I think she's burped.
Roland told me that standing at the front of the ship is the quickest way to get seasick. That's why I decided that whenever I'm on board, I'm gonna lie down as much as I can. Who cares about seeing this stupid scenery?
I guess that's a way to avoid seasickness.
Actually, I thought it was.
I love
I'll say later.
Go ahead.
That's me girl. You're a smart one, and no mistake. But devils don't have their sea legs will turn green one way or the other in the end.
Go ahead.
No, I thought it was the contrary, that in order to avoid something like, say, seasick or carsick, you needed actually to stay on the front instead on the back.
Not necessarily. You can get sick from any
Granted,
location.
I don't know these exact circumstances, what will determine someone getting seasick. Sometimes it's because you're reading something, sometimes it's just because of how the person is driving, all that stuff.
So let me guess, the rest is probably kingdom management.
Basically, yeah. Might as well, since at this point, not to mention we have some research that's literally about to get done, so might as well get our employees to start new bouts of research. See?
All right. Oh, Evan, I just got a letter back from that new research society you built, and they've revealed their results.
That is?
When it rains, people get wet.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
That was someone with a level 1.
That's so innovative.
This reminds me of one of my favorite.
It's not a very good institute.
Dwibs. Have you ever seen Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the animated one?
The classic.
Yeah.
No.
Well, one of my favorite lines, Dwibs, is when Snow White tells the dwarves to go take a bath because they've never taken a bath in their lives. They start looking into the water in the tub, and one of them puts the finger on the water, and he's like, "Ah, it's wet." That's always would have been one of my favorite sporadic lines in that movie. So that reminded me of that. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on at the Hickory. Yes, Bill?
Yeah,
Yes,
we haven't recruited any new people, so it's not like we can assign people to the facilities.
No. Right now, pretty much everybody is at work, so should be
Forgot
fine.
if I mentioned already or not, but this Kingdom Management, I know that it kind of makes sense, a generational gap and a better developer to go with, but this Kingdom Management actually reminds me a bit a much better way of the one that you get to do in Fable 3 in the second half of the game.
It reminds
So
me a bit
how
of Disney Magic Kingdoms made by Gameloft, too.
So how exactly are we speeding up the research? Are we hiring more people, or are we telling them to hurry the fuck up?
We're bribing the employees so that they hurry up.
Well, I'm guessing ideally, since we're pumping up more money, more people are working on it to fasten the production, and the one that we have signed up.
Okay. Here's what happens. Evan goes into the facility and he's like, "Okay, guys, if you manage to finish this research in faster than expected, you all get bonuses."
And if you fail to finish it in time, I'll free bro your asses.
No, it's like Kazuma Kiryu in those side quests in the Yakuza games where you need to buy stuff, but he goes on personally with a suitcase and he opens it and say, "I'll make an offer in cash."
You see, Teo. Evermore has a real problem with crunch.
Yeah, but to be fair,
the inhabitants don't seem to complain, so we'll just continue in that. Don't you know?
The threat of being broiled alive gets reported.
Better improvement efficiency, indeed, which basically means that we can improve facilities better. There you go.
Like our school system, for one thing.
All right, let's see. Who else can we put here? Yeah, let's put
Tani!
Yeah. Well, rather
Nail?
Yeah.
Nyal.
Well, Nyal is from the forest, so he should be in tune with nature creatures, I guess.
I'm guessing, I forgot if I asked, but just because you don't have a star rank, that parameter that you're having regarding the building is still counted. Like if you are being,
it counts, but less than if you put them in
okay. The star basically means that you get up, that you know that that parameter is high.
Yeah, basically. Well, the star indicates that the employee that's in that facility is a specialist in the kind of research of that facility. However, you can put people in charge of it. They will not be as effective as people who actually specialize in that kind of research, obviously. But if you're short on staff, yes. But if
you don't have enough people, you might as well just pump in more people that have higher stats, even if non-optimal.
It does help because remember, the more IQ, aka the more collective intelligence of all the employees on the facility, the faster the research will go for. So if you really want to prioritize a specific research, by all means pump as many people into it as possible, so you can try to finish that quickly. In the meantime, let's get rid of all these exclamation points because I hate them. My OCD just won't allow them to exist.
So much loot.
All right. What next? Well, actually, no, we're almost at the end of the part. So, let's see. Yeah, let's go to Macronos. AKA that island, AKA this place that's near Hydropolis. I think we're actually.
Everybody, are you ready?
If I remember correctly, we're going to start the Hydropolis main quest in the next part.
But I guess we'll enjoy the travel to there.
Yeah. Let's check. Yeah, I think that's. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I'm going. Yeah, it's the next part. Yeah, there you go.
Ominous.
There it is. Dead ahead.
Complete with a parade balloon.
Notice how the sun is reflected in the water. Nice detail there.
That is a weird-looking balloon.
It's not. It's not a balloon. It's actually an eye. Good one. We'll talk about that eye in the next part, everybody. So see you then.
Yeah.
See ya.